Hey everyone, welcome to The Trip, a little show about something we all love called vacation. This week we're taking you to one of the lesser kingdoms in Orlando, the Chocolate Kingdom. Live from the Bob Varley studio in Orlando, Florida, you're watching The Trip. This is The Trip, Episode 5 for the week of February 25th, 2015. The Trip is brought to you by Dreams Unlimited Travel, experts at helping you plan the perfect vacation, whether it be theme parks on the West Coast, East Coast, or on the seas. Visit them on the web at www.dreamsunlimitedtravel.com. Hi everyone, welcome to this week's Trip. I'm Jenny Lynn.
And I'm Teresa. Hello, here I am. And back over there in the production nook is our producer, Dustin West.
Hey, I'm here.
You guys, we've made it to our 5th episode.
How did that happen?
There were moments when I doubt that we would make it.
I'm still doubting.
One of these might be one of those moments.
No, today's fun. Today's good because we're talking about chocolate, so I'm good about that.
That's right. Today we are talking about chocolate, one of Teresa's favorite subjects. But we'll be getting to that in a minute. But first, we have a few things that we need to keep up with. So here we are, keeping it up. First things first, people, we have our Pinterest page up and ready to go, right, T?
That's right. You figured that one out. I'm still trying to figure out how to get on Pinterest and what the whole purpose is.
Well, the purpose is what we used it for. You go to different sites on the web, and it's kind of like bookmarking, I guess. And you can put it all in one.
So people can see what you like and what you're doing.
Exactly. So it's an easy way for you guys to just kind of keep track of our episodes, as well as the things that we talk about on the episodes. We got a lot of feedback from everyone, especially about the special diets. We had people asking when we did the special diet episode if we could please post the information about the restaurants that we talked about.
And we decided not to.
Yeah.
Well, it's all up on Pinterest now. So things like that, the resorts we talk about, the apps on the phones, the restaurants, whatever it is that we're talking
random.
about. Yeah. We have a post on our Pinterest board with each episode and the corresponding links that makes it very easy for you to follow along with us and participate.
That's awesome.
Yay us.
Like.
We are getting our act together, folks.
Yeah.
It's kind of exciting.
Okay, so what else would you have to talk about? You have anything else?
Well, we do. One of the other things that we're doing to get our act together, we have taken a step, a little baby step, but in meeting our travel goal. We had talked earlier this week, or this year, our first episode. Why don't you take it? You tell us what.
We had talked about getting in shape and getting prepared physically for vacation. Mm-hmm. And we had kind of touched base on exercising, and we've agreed we're going to do one of the Disney 5Ks. I think we're going to do the one in November, right?
Yes, the Jungle 5K. Is that what we picked in November?
Yeah, that's the one we picked. I hope it'll be all right, right? Obviously it's going to be Animal Kingdom, right?
Yes, my favorite theme park, actually. So this is a good pick for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
All right. So anyway, registration for that opens up in March, I think. Mm-hmm. So if you want to go and do this with us, then
sign up with us.
Woohoo!
Yeah,
come walk with us. Walk, run.
We'd be really grateful for the
support. We can walk this, right?
I can't run this. My knees would never put up with it. But we have to. So we made the step of deciding which 5K we're doing. Next comes the step of figuring out how to actually train for it.
And we argued about that a little bit because I wanted to put it off farther, and you wanted to make it this year, right?
Tess wanted to make it 2016.
Well, January, I'm thinking, give me a year, Okay, so November. We'll do it right before the holidays.
January is so cold. I cannot handle my life if we
Yes, but if it's hot in November,
it won't.
I'm going to be looking for that bus to sweep me away. Come, balloon people, take me away, because there's no way I'm. Okay, we'll do it. We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Yes, so we got our
so
5K
we got that
selected.
So,
yeah, and we'd love for any of you guys to sign up with us. Jingle
It's an
Jungle
afternoon
5K.
run, right?
It's going to be our first one.
Is it an afternoon thing?
No.
It's a morning thing.
Oh, it's in the morning. This is not my best hour in the day.
No, mine either. Okay.
Everybody's going to get to see Cranky JL.
I see that all the time.
Anyway, also, this was interesting. We had a very interesting weather forecast over this past week. Ended yesterday. Orlando was hit with a Sharknado.
You really had to say that. Do you watch those movies?
No, I've never seen one.
You just like to say that word.
It's kind of a cool word, Sharknado.
But it's kind of a bad movie. Dustin, have you watched them?
I've not seen any of them, but I know, the whole concept, and I'm aware of some of the actors that are in it and stuff
It's
like
like
that.
90210 people, right? Or who are the actors?
I know Ian
Tara
Ziering.
Reid,
is in
Ian
it.
Ziering, yeah. Bo Derek was spotted at Universal
Bo
Studios.
Derek?
Bo Derek. Yeah.
Like
as in
running on
10.
the beach? Bo
Yeah.
Derek?
That one. Apparently
Wow.
she's making an appearance in Sharknado 3. For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, Universal Studios for the past week or so has actually been filming in the park, which is cool because
It's a studio.
that's what it was, partly why it was created. They're actually doing it. The film that they're filming is from the sci-fi original series Sharknado. So we've got Sharknado 3 that just kind of wrapped filming in Universal Studios. Tara Reid, Bo Derek, and all the rest of them have been...
Ooh, Tara Reid?
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
That chick. She's here.
The bad plastic surgery girl? Okay.
She
okay,
keeps
okay.
surviving these shark attacks.
So
Shark tornado attacks.
All right.
Yeah, the premise of the third one is that this shark tornado... how do we have a shark tornado? Dustin, do you know this?
All I know is that there's a tornado and sharks are in it. That's all.
Yeah,
I've never seen the movies.
That's pretty much all I have, too.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Well, it's ripping up the East Coast. That's also being called the Feast Coast.
Okay.
From
move on.
D.C. all the way to Orlando. We all survived, though. It finished yesterday, and it's on its merry way.
Good. Okay. Sharknado.
Well, that's one of the things that was going on in one of Orlando's major attractions, Universal Studios. But today's episode is actually about minor attractions in Orlando.
Oh, you want me to talk?
Yeah, your turn.
All right. So this is going to be our first in an ongoing segment of minor attractions in the Central Florida area. I don't know where we're going to end up eventually, but we're going to go to try some different things out. We picked the first one. It's Chocolate Kingdom.
Yeah.
And I had never heard of it. Jenny Lynn, you're the one that told me about this and why I've lived here 8 years and did not know there was a Chocolate Kingdom.
Yeah.
It kind of threw me.
Romance, chocolate, you automatically
Right,
think
we're
chocolate,
ending the month.
Chocolate Kingdom.
Thank God, this is the last. This is the last Wednesday in
No
this month,
more
right?
romance.
I can't take it anymore. It's killing my marriage. Okay, so anyway, we all went over to.
Well, wait, before we get into all of that.
What?
Why don't we talk about why are we doing the minor attractions in Orlando? Why
Why are we doing it?
Why would we?
Well, if you're in town or on vacation and you have an extra day, you don't have a major attraction park ticket, or you just have some time to kill, a minor attraction is a good way to kill a couple hours.
Absolutely. It's also a really great way to get a taste of the local flavor, not just the major theme parks where there's a lot of, it's all serious. You get a little bit of a feel of what it might be like to be in this area. We still
Some
have
of them.
these minor attractions, but I don't know. It's a little bit more...
Well, it's like a minor attraction to me could be anything from the big ball of string that you pass along the road when you're going down, Route 66 in your convertible in the 50s. Or it could be Chocolate Kingdom, or it could be absolutely anything. This town is so chock full of weird... I can't use the A
Activities.
word. Weird things that are fun and
Right.
informative and educational. We learned some stuff this week.
We did. We wanted to start taking you guys a little bit out of the box, giving you a little bit of a bigger picture of what Orlando is like. So we thought we'd start here. And then also, as Teresa was saying, sometimes when you guys come out here to Orlando, you have an extra day in your vacation, but maybe you don't want to spend all the money that you would spend on an extra day in the parks. Well, there's things that you can do here that are a little bit less expensive. sometimes educational, sometimes they're so bad that they're good. And also, if we've got bipolar weather here in Florida, and sometimes that interferes with your plans as well. So we thought we'd start to give everyone a little bit of an idea of maybe other things that you could do for Plan B,
Yeah. Okay, so you're here. You got one extra day. Your plane leaves tomorrow. You're done with Disney. You spent all your money, but you got a little money left. Let's go to Chocolate Kingdom, right?
That's exactly what we did.
All right.
What were you thinking it would be like before we got there? What was your...
I thought it would be in a nicer section of town. I don't know. I mean, it was it was just very... I'd hardly ever go down in that area, which is down by like 192. It's in Kissimmee. Mm-hmm. So I am always shocked when I drive down that road, and there's just so many things bombarding me. So many different things to look at. You can't see it all.
It's absolutely full of what we would consider the tourist traps.
It is. And it's kind of intimidating. But if you got something picked out ahead of a time, and you go ahead of a time, and you have your destination, which I did, and I pulled in, and I was the first one there, and I waited, and then Dustin snuck in behind me and parked. So I sat there for a little bit, and I was expecting something more grand, something kingdom-like. Not a brown, it was just a brown building with a little bit
kind of in a strip mall of sorts.
Yeah.
So you were a little bit hesitant at first. You weren't really quite sure if it was going to be an experience you
because
enjoyed.
The outside, it just kind of threw me. It threw me. I mean, they had some kitschy little pieces of chocolate stuck here and there but...
Well, what about you, Dustin? What did you think before you experienced it? What did you think you were going to like it ahead of time, or were you just not really quite sure?
No, I knew that it was going to be awful. I just thought that
oh my God,
it might at least be, be like shaped like a castle, or something like that. I'm just kidding. It wasn't awful. I actually had a really good time.
But going into it, you didn't expect to have a good time.
No. My expectation was low, but I did expect it to be, like how they have like the mini golf places that are all themed up on the outside and stuff
there was very little
theming. It's exactly like you said.
It was brown paint.
Brown paint, and it's a strip mall that takes up basically all the shops in that strip mall. It's a big building.
So we get there. Let's tell them actually what it is. Chocolate Kingdom. Mm-hmm. You're not going in and it's not like walking into the Magic Kingdom. Like we said, it's a strip mall. But the point of it is it's a chocolate factory, and they give chocolate factory tours. It's an interactive tour. And then it educates you on the process of creating chocolate, and they take you from the steps of it being a bean that grows on the plant.
That was interesting.
All the way into becoming a cute little chocolate bar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They have this. They also have this whole story that goes along to help kind of move the tour along, where there's a handsome prince.
Well, you start out. You go into a room of just chocolate benches.
Are you talking about the lobby area?
The little room where you go in to start your tour.
But we start the tour at the greenhouse where they have the trees.
Oh,
growing.
yeah, they have...
I'll tell you, let's start at the beginning. We're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
We walk in, and what happens? We are in the middle of the
gift shop.
Okay. All right, so you're in the middle of a gift shop. It's all chocolate, all kitschy little chocolate things.
Some of them are cool, though.
Some of them are cool.
And unique,
and we're going to show them later, right, after we come back out. Because I purchased a few things. They had some couture made out of chocolate wrapping.
I actually found that cool. Yeah, in the gift shop, like she was saying, they have some really unique items. But then they also have a few little displays to look at while you're in the lobby waiting for your tour to begin. Among them are some fancy dresses actually made from the wrappers of chocolate products. One, I guess, is kind of like Hershey Kisses or Dove's, those little tinfoil wrappers. And the other one
I think it was Dove, those colors. That was the caramel Dove. Not that I noticed. And and the milk chocolate dove. It didn't have any
Exactly.
of the dark chocolate, which is the red foil.
Well, it was very elegant as an
It was
evening
pretty.
dress.
And the other one was the M&M dress,
which I would wear that.
I wouldn't wear it, but I would
wear it.
I would take a picture of you wearing that dress. They don't look comfortable, but it's a cool idea. It's like duct tape clothing or something.
Yeah.
That's what makes
Exactly.
I liked it. And then they also had this like little thing, a big chocolate bar with screens in the segments of the chocolate squares that was flashing chocolate trivia. We kind of tried our hand at chocolate trivia for a little bit. You were
was
much better
interesting.
at it than I was.
Yeah. I learned things, but it was fun. Plus, I've been playing Trivia Crack, and there's, it hones my skills. But no, it was a nice little wait before our tour. I don't know what else.
Oh, and
I'm
the
kind of
tours.
Don't call it a plan.
The tours are 45 minutes long. They begin every hour on the hour. The first one is at 11 a.m. and the last one is at 5 p.m. But if you just want to stop in to purchase products or whatever, the place is open Sunday through Monday, 10:30 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Last tour is at 5.
Right. And they have, right now their location is in Kissimmee, the one that we went to, but next month they're actually opening another location because they are doing so well that
Which
they are
shocks me.
expanding.
Does it not shock you?
It shocks me that they're doing well. Yeah.
It's a fun little
I
thing.
mean,
to
okay,
do.
our tour, it was the 3 of us and a couple from Iowa.
There was a couple from Iowa, so
I
they're
bonded with them. It was really fun.
they're pulling in people from out of state.
And she didn't even like
everything.
chocolate.
I know.
This really threw me. It's
This is how well they're doing. They're giving tours to people that don't even like chocolate people.
You ready to start talking about the tour? Or you got
Well,
more to
I mean,
talk
do we need to
about?
talk about how much it
there's
costs?
other
or-
things. Okay, for adults it's $16.95. Children 4 to 12 is $12.95. There's party packages. They have a little party room, kind of like a pizza joint or Chuck E. Cheese's have. That kind. Isn't it? It's-
You have your own
Except-
little separate space with the
Separate
big
little-
long table.
Yeah, it's all brown. It's chocolate. But they start at $200 or $300 for these
They
little
have
parties.
two packages, $200 package and a $300
And then
package.
I was reading last night. You could do your corporate team building events here,
Yeah. I've seen pictures of that.
which we should do that.
It was basically them just having a meeting in that room.
I know, but that would be weird.
We're going to have a Diz meet there.
We'll have a Disney there in the chocolate world.
All right. Well, but then we started our tour, and it began at they have a little greenhouse that they just started off to the side where they're actually growing.
It's a room
cocoa
with 2
plants.
glass walls.
Yeah,
and
it's-
some grow lights.
Yeah.
You
They're-
don't
My
go.
brother had
in
that
it.
in our house when
you
we were
don't go
growing.
in it. You just kind of look at it.
Yes, you view the plants, 6 plants in pots.
They're growing cacao trees, is what they are.
Yeah, they're growing the cacao
Apparently,
trees.
they're really investing in it. It's like a 3-year process, is what they said.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes.
We'll check back and see if we can do some harvesting.
Got to get them beans. So after that, after they give us the little spiel and educate us on the trees and how they're growing them, and this is a new thing that they've just started, they take us into behind the scenes.
You're so dramatic. It's a strip mall with making chocolate. I love chocolate, Jenny Lynn, but God, you're setting
Let's
this.
be realistic.
Let's be realistic here. They take us into a back room, all brown, and set us on these little chairs.
Told us not to eat the
Told
cushions.
us not to eat it was like brown, poorly made. Well, they weren't
No
poorly made.
artwork on the walls.
No artwork on the walls. Burlap cushions.
Oh, I just thought it was cute.
It was cute. And then in comes, and what was her name?
Misty.
Misty.
Boy, Misty was something.
Misty was like,
She loves her job.
she takes it seriously.
She does.
And she kind of reminded me of you. It was kind of bizarre. She came all bounding in her chocolate. Oh, she was bounding because she was dressed like chocolate.
She was bounding as a
Chocolate
Hershey bar.
So she comes in and she's all pumped up and all excited and asking us where we're from and if we like chocolate. That's when we found out the woman from Iowa really doesn't care for chocolate. So,
That did not discourage Misty.
no, Misty did not. She just kept going. So they showed us this little video. And
Where we were introduced to the storyline, because as all good attractions should have, there is a storyline with the Chocolate Kingdom.
okay, I really want to be Princess Chocolina, just for the name alone. And so all the people from
I'll be Prince George.
all the
good
princes are
looking.
coming to get her hand in marriage, right?
Yes.
And they have to bring a gift.
Yes.
And so in comes Prince George.
The good.
The good.
Looking. The good looking, specifically.
Specifically, his eyes are crossed.
Okay. Okay.
He
had commissioned these amazing brown chocolate shoes for the Princess Chocolina.
Yes. Because he wanted to impress her.
And he was showing them to us. Mm-hmm. And then in comes his little sidekick,
the dragon.
Michu,
who Dustin just fell in love with. And
not to be confused with Mulan's Mushu.
No, this is Michu. Michu had a mustache.
And very good dragon humor.
Okay. If you want to say that, Dustin enjoyed
the dragon
He laughed his way through it. The minute Michu showed up,
if you like awesome puns, then yes, you'll like Michu. In fact, Michu's his name is Michu because of a pun. Because
we were happy to meet you.
No, it was Prince George had the pair of shoes, and then Michu had a different gift, and Prince George said, "Oh, that's nice too, Michu."
Oh, no.
Nice to meet you.
And
that was deep.
Dustin was in it at that point.
Oh man, I loved it.
he was heavily invested at that point. He was just like sitting on the edge of his little brown chair with the burlap.
We have to buy him a little Michu for his birthday.
I know. I found one and texted it to you. You got the little Michu. I texted you. So anyway, while they're talking to us about these shoes, Michu sneezes, right?
He does.
A little bit of fire comes out and the shoes melt.
It was a tragic moment.
It was. So this is where we joined forces to take the chocolate tour. So Prince George the good looking, could learn how to make more chocolate shoes.
Yes.
Or a chocolate gift.
Right.
We didn't know at that point it was going to be shoes. Did we? I didn't know that at that point.
Spoiler alert.
Sorry.
All in the name of love.
In the name of love. So from this point, we go into another room with some displays, and we learn about the origins of chocolate and where it comes from.
Yeah, and one of the things that I thought was really cool, it is interactive in the sense that they walk you through the process of making chocolate from the actual step of it being a bean. So, and they let you taste everything along the way. Sometimes that's not always a pleasant experience, but interesting nonetheless. So we got to taste the actual cocoa beans, and then
well, first, when it comes out of this pod, there's nothing pretty about that thing. It was like white, slimy looking.
It looked like a blob of yeast.
It wasn't pretty, and I was at that moment thinking, I think I like fake chocolate better. But then they laid it out to dry, and they did all these different things, and when it came up with this, right? These little beans, I bought some of them. Want one?
No thanks, I don't have my water with me.
What are they, Teresa?
These are This is the roasted cocoa bean.
Okay.
And ingredients is cocoa bean. So we got to try that, right? That was the first thing we tried.
Yep, and then the nibs when they crush them, and then they make it into this like little drink. We had this whole discussion about the drink. I actually liked the drink. It was
the Mayans were the first. It started out with the Mayans.
Oh,
right?
guys, you guys have to hear this. This is interesting.
Okay, so it started out with the Mayans, and there was a little temple. You got a picture of the little temple, the little pyramid thing? Okay, and there's Misty. So anyway, so we're standing there, and she's talking about the Mayans, and it was only the very wealthy had the drink, right, at that point?
No,
it was
the
everybody.
Mayans. Everyone in the Mayan civilization had access to chocolate, which made them very happy people and smart. That's what we learned. All of the
smart people.
all of the good things about the Mayan civilization can be credited to their their ownership of chocolate.
Correct. And then here come the Aztecs.
The mean Aztecs came
in, and they took it all.
They attacked the Mayans. They took the cocoa beans.
Dramatic.
And they ran off, leaving the Mayans unhappy at this point, and not as smart.
Lord, you're making stuff up now. Okay, so the Aztecs got the cocoa, and then the Spaniards came over and got it.
Well,
from
the
them.
Aztecs had it, and then they're the ones that kind of kept it for only the rich people because they started to use the cocoa beans as their currency. Remember that part? And we also learned at this point that because chocolate was so amazing that everybody wanted it, and this brought about lots of war. You know, the Aztecs took it, and
The
then
chocolate wars, the famous
yeah,
chocolate wars.
the chocolate wars began.
Chocolate Wars of 400 AD. Okay, yeah.
Go ahead with the Spaniards.
Okay, so
they entered the picture.
The Spaniards entered the picture, and they seized control.
The Aztecs had it coming to them.
They did. I saw it coming. So the Spaniards took it back to Europe, and nobody, was it the French that didn't want anything to do with them? Or
Yes, the French. It was Christopher Columbus that threw all the cocoa beans off the ship. He didn't care.
had you ever heard that story before?
No.
We might be getting our history mixed up a little bit at this point.
No, but she did say that.
No, Christopher Columbus definitely did not appreciate chocolate.
Did
at
you
all.
confirm this afterwards? Because
Here's the whole gist of everything. All right.
That's just like wrap it up, ladies.
All right. Here's the whole gist. And I don't want to give too much away because then people won't take the tour. But it's basically, the Mayans revered the chocolate beans, and then the Aztecs took it to a whole nother level by making it their currency. But then when the Europeans got their hands on it, they really didn't see the value in it. They saw it less as a very precious commodity and more as let's just drink it and enjoy it. Except for the French, who
Until the French guy married the Spanish maiden, royal maiden, who insisted that if she was going to be a part of the French country, he had to welcome her as well as her drink of the gods.
So we were able.
Hey, I'm just telling you what Misty said, folks.
We were actually able to drink the drink of the gods. What did you guys think of it?
No, I seriously actually liked it. I would drink that every morning. I'm not joking.
it was like a shot of thick, bitter chocolate, right?
Yeah, it was. It tasted like if you had watery chocolate cocoa, hot cocoa, but it was like dark chocolate and bitter.
It was really strong, and
Oh yeah, I didn't care for it.
what did she say? It was like drinking Red Bull,
Yeah,
which is why the powerful,
made you feel powerful.
Which is what got me through the tour, honestly.
Right. Yeah.
that's why they give it to you.
All right, so we took the rest of the tour.
We learned
The
all
end.
about it.
I mean,
No, but
it
we
was
got to
interesting.
we got to the end where they started to make the chocolate bars.
Hold on, we're skipping something very important here.
Oh, please go.
In all of their promotional materials, not only is this a chocolate tour, this is a chocolate factory, but the number one thing that they promote everywhere is they have a river of chocolate.
Oh yeah.
Right? Okay, so we got to see the Willy Wonka-esque chocolate river.
No,
It was stunning. There
It was
a-
stunning.
It was a-
It was brown water trickling down a brown rock. The woman from Iowa, or her husband, one of them said, is that really chocolate? No, it's not, because it was like clear chocolate.
You are killing the magic.
I'm sorry.
There
I
was a
love
river
chocolate, but
of
I want to be
chocolate.
truthful about chocolate.
There was a chocolate castle. There was a little chocolate
there it is.
prince and Mishu at the bottom. There were little chocolate mushrooms growing out of the ground. It was.
I don't know why I cut myself.
Oh, you know what? We forgot to talk about the gossiping monks. They're the reason why chocolate spread to the entire world. We always think about monks taking a vow of silence, but that was not the case.
They were
in terms
sharing.
of chocolate.
They shared.
They were, I guess, generous. They
They were
thought it shouldn't
generous,
just be
okay.
reserved for the rich. But anyway, yeah, there was a little chocolate display at the end, which you looked at it and you were kind of like, okay, that's great. And but then we got to see the chocolate being made.
That was interesting.
Also, before we got there, we got to cool Michu down.
Oh, that's right.
Oh my God! Yeah, I tried to block that part.
Before we could make the chocolate, we had to make sure that all of the chocolate in the chocolate kingdom was safe, which meant that Michu, I'm going to get this. Michu couldn't breathe fire anymore. So in order to
Well, to go into the
extinguish
castle,
his
yeah.
fire, we had to catapult marshmallows into his mouth.
Which I was against.
It was necessary.
It was necessary, and I was really bad at it.
It was also possibly the most exciting part of the tour.
For you were like freaking out like it was the best thing in the world.
And here's where we're going to get to see that.
I have hope for you. You have to pull it down just a little bit further. Yeah, there you go. Oh, man.
What was that, Taylor?
I'm a little rusty in my catapulting skills. Oh, so close.
Don't worry, get you. We'll get you. Oh. Don't be afraid. Try to do it. You can do it. Oh, it can be done. Really, you can do it. Just try a different. Try.
I totally won, guys.
You won nothing.
In my mind, I won. I won at life in my head.
Michu's mustache was in the way from my point of view. Dustin, did you get one in too?
No, I never got it into Michu's mouth. No.
We're gonna have to take him back so he can have a second go at it. But then we go in and we see the chocolate being made, and that was kind of cool. We learned the differences between the different types of chocolate.
That now was fascinating. I thought, because you learn the difference between dark chocolate and white chocolate and the percentages kind of, and
milk chocolate.
And I knew all white chocolate that I was eating wasn't really white chocolate. I'm not a big white chocolate eater, but we got to sample all three of the flavors, and we did it in order of dark, milk, and then the white chocolate.
Yeah, so what was cool about learning about white chocolate is that white chocolate is everything that's in regular chocolate except for the chocolate liqueur, right?
Right.
Yeah, we actually got to try the chocolate liqueur, didn't we?
That was on that little stick, right?
Yeah,
That was interesting.
It's like being stamped down, and basically any liquids or oils that come out of the cocoa bean.
The oil, it separates the two things.
Right, exactly. And let's see.
So we got to try just the straight. Yeah, it was.
It was an interesting
You didn't even try it. What are you doing? Just holding it in your mouth? I wasn't even watching. Did you try it?
I did. I pressed it up against my tongue. You can see in the picture.
Like I touched it. It breathed on me. Yeah, it was bitter. It was very bitter. But it was interesting. The whole thing was very interesting.
It was.
I enjoyed it.
Well, overall, what did you guys think? Was it a worthwhile attraction?
I think kids would enjoy it. Some kids, if you know your child would like something like that. Mm-hmm. I think it was worthwhile.
I think adults that are interested in this kind of thing would enjoy it.
Interesting.
I enjoyed it from the standpoint of having absolutely zero expectations going into it, and then seeing what they were able to pull off with what they had and the space that they had. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I really didn't think there was going to be a lot to it. I don't know. Once I saw the building, I was just like, okay. I gotta be honest with you. It's not like the premier attraction in Orlando, but it could make for a fun afternoon. It made for a fun morning for us. I think we enjoyed ourselves. We did.
It did.
And before we took the tour, we got to design our own chocolate bar and pick what we wanted in it. And both of you said pick something. So I picked the flavors. I don't even remember what I picked. I picked
the ridiculous flavor.
No.
Yeah.
Cayenne pepper, bacon, and cashew.
In dark chocolate.
So.
And then at the end of the tour, we came across the place where they made it in front of us. They were, chose the milk chocolate, the dark chocolate, and they sprinkled all the elements in there.
And you know what I like about this, though? We had taken the Hershey tour.
Yeah.
And that was all machinery
Machines.
doing it.
You
we
saw
got
the
to
assembly
pick,
line
but we
of
got
machines.
to see this. This was actually, if you want to
People.
say handmade, she stood there and she sprinkled in what we wanted in there and put the chocolate in, and I'd like this better. It seemed more interactive.
And then it was really cool because then it came out on a conveyor belt.
Yeah, it sent us all back out to the lobby, and we had to wait for our chocolate to be brought out on this big conveyor belt
above our heads. It was cool.
But it came out hanging on hooks.
Came on hooks, and I will say we were standing there shopping and looking at things, and it came around, and we didn't see it come around. The guy handed it to us. I said, well, it's got to go around again because we didn't even see it come down. So he put it back on the hook and it went back into the factory. And then the girl walked it out and she said, I'm doing your job for you. And we're like, no, put it back on. We want to see it come around.
So it went back again.
So it went back again. So that was kind of cool.
It was pretty fantastic. I mean,
don't know.
It's it is a minor attraction. You're not going to the Magic Kingdom.
I would
is the
consider
Chocolate
this a
Kingdom.
minor of a minor.
Yeah, but at the same time, it was great. You walk in, the place was clean, well kept. They do have interesting merchandise to buy. They have chocolate wine glasses, chocolate Coke. We have some very unique things that they've done with chocolate. Chocolate covered everything, and then you can also buy. The chocolate in the different stages of its creation.
Yeah, I got some little nibs. I don't know what I'm going to do with them.
Yeah, Teresa bought nibs. She bought the beans.
I bought...
You can buy so many different things. So from that aspect, it was great. Our tour guide was...
It'll be my children's Easter candy.
Our tour guide was enthusiastic, obviously, excited about her job, which was, refreshing.
Oh, we forgot about this.
What did we forget? Oh, the chocolate syringe.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I forgot about this. It's hardened up. Okay, never mind. It was liquid dark chocolate. And they said, I think we were supposed to use within 40 minutes, or we could microwave it. So I'm going to take it home and
just shoot it up.
Nuke it and shoot up some dark chocolate.
Right now, did you put it in the refrigerator? Is that why?
Yeah.
It gives chocolate addiction a whole new meaning.
Yeah, look at the big syringe. That's the fun part.
But
I'm excited about this.
I can tell. Her face
Totally
is
forgot
all
about
lit
this.
up.
I looked over and there it was. Oh, the chocolate syringe.
That made the whole experience worthwhile, right there, folks. But so for that reason,
Teresa.
Okay, I know I'm going to get flack for this, but I could addict my children. Okay.
If you do that, you have to film yourself microwaving it and ingesting.
Ingesting how many ounces of... That's going to be fun, isn't it?
Oh, I'm excited. I want to be there for this.
I'm going to be alone in the darkened closet because I don't want anybody to see me do it. Okay.
Apparently, she doesn't. It's not a social social habit for her. This is one she's taken into practice.
Anyway, I'm excited about the chocolate syringe.
But overall, I thought it was good for a minor attraction.
Yeah,
it was
fine.
Like Dustin said, it was an interesting way to.
And for our first time out, I think we did good.
Everyone there was very friendly. They knew what they were talking about. And
there's also plenty to do in that area if you want to spend time in that area of town. You're near.
Actually, that's a really good point, and takes us to here's the deal.
What's the deal? Oh, here's the deal. We didn't even tell him to do that.
You don't have a here's the deal?
No.
Yeah, it's in there somewhere.
It's in there. Don't worry about it.
Well, here's the deal, folks.
But first off, you're saying playing right in that area. Fun Spot, which I had never seen, is shares a parking lot with this place, right?
Yeah, it's right next to it.
And I was just disappointed with Fun Spot because it's huge on the commercials, but in person it's kind of sad.
It looked, the one thing that looked cool for me, I've never been over to Fun Spot, is they have a multi-level go-kart racing course that
which is fun.
Goes up and...
Have you been there?
Yeah, looks cool.
Quite a few times.
Why?
They have some very worthwhile rides, actually, real legit roller coasters and stuff. There's 2 different locations. You can go to 2 different Fun Spots.
Oh, so we saw the rinky-dink little version?
No, I like the one that we went to. It's right near Old Town. It's got the... We're going to save this for another episode. We're not talking about Fun Spot right now. But the point is that there are things to do there next to the Chocolate Kingdom to fill your day if you need more time. And Teresa,
okay, so thinking about all these minor attractions and everything, I'm thinking, how are you going to get around? And then I realized I had seen the iTrolley thing going up and down iDrive, and I looked it up, and you can do a $7 3-day pass and get off and on that thing as much as you want.
Pretty good deal.
That's a deal, really. I mean,
not have to worry about parking.
And it takes you all up and down. You don't have to carry, you get your pass before you go. It picks you up at all these different locations, drops you off, get on, get off. I think that's an awesome
It really is, especially if you're at a hotel in that area.
Yeah. It's just, it makes sense to me. And the couple times I've seen it, there's been a lot of people on it. Okay, so when I was also looking at minor attractions, I got one for you that I want to do.
You're going to love this, guys. Teresa did anyway.
I was on the phone with Jenny Lynn last night, and this came up on my screen. Okay. Monster truck through the orange groves. Have you heard of this? No. Check this out. It's like this giant monster truck. And read this. Okay, hang on.
I told you she got excited.
To get some of the beauty of orange citrus farming from above on the massive monster truck. Oh my God, this is just like, okay.
Dustin, guess where we're taking you
adventure on
next?
the monster truck.
Man.
Flora and fauna of the real Florida. Smell the citrus in the air. Check out the old country store and purchase some unique edible souvenirs. Sit back, relax, and let us do the driving. It's a 45 to 60-minute monster truck eco safari. Are they just like crashing through the orange groves or what, right?
Apparently, on a
Afternoon
monster
of
truck.
fun and adventure as you learn more about one of the biggest industries in Florida. See, it's educational. Take a ride on the monster truck. Who wouldn't want to do that?
Yeah.
Around this 2,500-acre private cattle, some cows too, and citrus ranch. Smell the citrus in the air as you meander. Can you meander in a monster truck? I don't know. Through the groves and spot some of the wildlife roaming free. Oh my gosh. This is a fruit lover's paradise.
Of all the things, if I was a fruit lover, that's what I would absolutely do. Let me just go trample some trees in a monster truck.
Okay, so a monster truck, to me, they're going to be driving over stuff, right? But you're obviously just meandering, so.
Only meandering. With the cattle.
Come on, people.
In the
check
orange
it out.
groves. Sounds like a Dustin does if I ever heard one.
And yeah, I don't know.
Well, so now you guys know all about it. Chocolate, trolleys, and monster trucks. It does not get any better than this right here.
Yeah,
I know you all are glad that you joined us this week.
Fruits in season, so we're going to
Well, before we go, we wanted to shout out to those of you who participated in our social challenge last week. We asked you all we talked about Disney bounding last week, and actually, Teresa came Disney bounding
I attempted.
Today, as Minnie.
My little...
Oh, I see.
See it? It's supposed to be in my hair, but, not really, so I just put it here.
It's all good.
You were supposed to too, but, what's that?
I'm doing what I do best. I'm bounding as a Stepford wife today. So anyway, but there were a few of you out there who joined us in Disney bounding, and we were so excited. First, there was Jenny, I'm hoping I say this right, Strassner, who they had a Frozen bounding party. There was the three of them. We're going to see the picture right here. We've got someone bounding as Anna.
Feasting on a small child.
Someone bounding as Elsa. And then, yes, feasting on Olaf, or warm hugs, or however you want to interpret that. Having fun, no matter how you look at it. And then there was Lisa Amidola's daughter
Eve.
Yes.
Which, oh my gosh.
I love this one.
Penny from the Rescuers.
She was bounding as Penny, and is just
her.
as cute as she could possibly be. And how creative.
She's crying at the orphanage.
I love it that she kind of reached out for a little bit of a lesser character.
Yeah, one that fits a child.
Oh, it's just perfect.
That's awesome, yeah. Okay, and what was the last one?
And then we also had on Instagram.
This one inspired me.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to see Klaus next week.
Yeah.
But, XX Liz28 XX, her Chihuahua Sugar, was bounding as Elsa.
And I don't have a picture of that.
We don't have a picture of the Elsa Chihuahua.
I got two pictures from you. I'll see if I can get that in the show notes page.
Okay.
The Chihuahua.
gosh.
It was as cute as could be, this little
cute.
Chihuahua dressed as Elsa. So we think that each of you are amazing for participating. We love your spirit. Now this week, you want to tell us what we're doing this week for the social challenge?
This week, we want you to, Twitter, all the Twitter,
and Facebook,
what your favorite minor attraction is.
Yeah. So this could be
anywhere. It doesn't have to be in Orlando. It could be in your own hometown, in your own home state. we just want to see what your favorite minor attraction is.
Yeah,
Kind of
so let
like,
us know.
so almost like roadside stuff, like world's biggest
Yeah.
frying pan and stuff like
Right.
that.
Yeah.
South of
You
the
can
border.
tell us about
Yeah,
it. You can send us a pic. Oh, south of the border.
You know, there's nothing like a
Have you ever stopped?
humongous. Of course I have.
Oh,
You
I
can't
can
pass
never
that
get
big
it. No,
sombrero.
I've stopped
Pedro
it.
Corny.
Oh my gosh, it's the best
I've
thing
driven
ever.
by it, and we've never. My husband's always driving. He won't stop.
Oh,
Just-
we have to correct this situation.
You got to love the billboards.
We might be
Yeah.
taking a road trip to south of the border, although
Oh,
we have
yeah.
to go north to get there.
And you'll need your GPS because you can't do anything without
Yeah,
that.
well, anyway, we want to hear from you. So go to our Facebook page this week, as well as tweet us if that's your preferred social media platform. Let us know what your favorite minor attraction is. And hopefully soon, we're hoping to maybe get up a poll so that you can tell us what you'd like to see us do for Dustin Does.
Oh, great.
Keep it clean, people. Keep it safe. We don't want to endanger Dustin in any way.
Nope.
That's right. Now, so while you're at it, social media challenging and all that, please make sure you follow us on Twitter. We are at Diz the Trip on Twitter. We also would love for you to friend us on Facebook. We are Diz the Trip on Facebook. On Instagram, we'd love to have you follow us there. We are, wait for it, at Diz the Trip. I know, surprise. And then on Pinterest as well.
What are we
Same
there?
thing. We on Pinterest it's a little bit different. We're Diz the Trip. So if you could follow us on all of those things.
And all you
it'll-
got to do is go to www.dizunplugged.com, and all the links for that are right there in the show notes page.
Yeah, we'd love to be able to
Conveniently located.
interact with you guys because we want to bring it all onto the show. So, well, with that, what's coming up?
All right, we're leaving the month of love. Thank the Lord, baby Jesus. And we are moving into spring.
March, yep.
March, luck, spring. And we're going to do a bit of exploring, maybe a little bit this month, next month.
Like Christopher Columbus.
Yeah, we are.
But we're going to keep the chocolate.
We're going to toss the chocolate overboard. And we're going to try to get outside the studio a little bit.
Right. So,
Try to, maybe, I don't know.
sounds exciting.
Talk to the guy over there.
I'm looking forward to it.
That's our plan, Dustin. We were supposed to talk to you about it before the show. But no, we want it. We need to get out in spring. You want to be outside, right? Before it gets too hot.
Absolutely.
So let's do, we'll do something, whether it's just, walking up and down the sidewalk in front of the studio. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And hopefully you all will stay tuned for the more exciting things that are about to come.
Dustin's yawning. Cut to that. Sorry.
Okay.
You need some of
well,
this chocolate over here. All right, that's going to
yeah.
do it for us this week.
That's
so I hope
right.
you enjoyed it.
And
We're ready to
with
go eat
that,
some chocolate, right?
Trip out.
What about you? You should come and enjoy it.